Bwahahahahaha. My name is Amy too, and welcome back to Synth. This time, I will be doing a try not to laugh challenge with Synth. Of course, the intro does not count, so, I'm gonna put in this immature comedy. Okay. Robert Fartalot discovered the true... That was not a full laugh, so it doesn't count. True power of farts. He could hold in any amount of farts for a period of time. He could hold in a big burp for an hour at a time. And at the same time, he could fart every 5 minutes. Farts were a huge part of Richard's life, I bet. He would release them often, as they came to him. And then they would stop again. He would do this until he would finally puke his guts out. What is this? Richard didn't have a physical problem with holding in his farts when he released them. They came out in one great gush. He was still working on his burping, as his huge gape was now taking up an awful lot of his time. Richard was so consumed with the gas, he didn't realize his wife was about to kill him. Richard was out in the front yard working on his burping. His wife had just gotten home from work. She and Richard lived in one of the biggest homes in the area. More difficult than I thought it was going to be. He was pretty sure that his wife hated him. Yeah, you think? His wife was going to kill him. If he was right, she would probably tell him so when he came in the house. Today's message, the burp with a burp. Ooh. By Richard Nixon. Today's episode, Burping, Farting, Yelling by Richard Nixon. Oh, man. The burp, I wanted to hold that long for an hour when it really kicked in and came out. And there was a gape. That big, huge gape. What does it actually mean by that? I made my ear go all, okay. And I got really excited. The burp came, when it came out, I'm so sorry. I apologize for that, babe. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all that I did to you today. That's just part of my life. I'm sorry for that. I apologize for that. How many times is this guy gonna apologize? That's alright. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Well, that was eventful. Robert Fartalot discovered the true power of farts in a time of need. He even realized it was possible to turn your waste product into cash. He's the ultimate fartalot, and we're here to see how he managed it all. What is farting? A long-standing concept in people's awareness of smell. Farting is the act of using solid excretory products such as flatulence and flatulence gases. It is the ultimate bodily waste product and is completely harmless and odorless. That's not true at all. It is simply a digestive byproduct that occurs through numerous bodily processes. The smell of flatulence gas is actually bad for us, yet most people are extremely reluctant to fart publicly. What is fartalot? People who fart with extreme regularity are known as fartalot. In order to promote their brand of farting, these fartalots choose to promote their brand of farting and... What? The mad scientist accidentally made a vortex in his bed, and then was attacked by the ghost of his assistant, a hobo. After he gets his head from the hobo's body... gets the head from the... The professor decides to follow the hobo with an aim to kill it. Oh, it's an it now. He runs to the airport, but gets trampled by a truck. At the hospital, the doctor gives the professor a treatment that only makes him look more hobo-ish. The scientist returns to his home, tries to shoot himself, okay then, but ends up shooting his roommate. Okay. And runs outside. He is chased by the hobo in the cave, where he accidentally blows himself up, and then gets killed by the hobo's head. The film ends... Oh, this is a film. Ends with the message. Danger, danger, danger. Running from the hobo is dangerous. Technical details. Released December 16th, 1951. Language English. Country USA. Studio B Western Pictures. Gordon Douglas. Okay. He really was an American film director. Okay. Got that right. Harry Potter was on a train to a Texas ranch when someone threw a rock through his window, and the violence of the action spooked Harry out of his usual calm. He hit the person next to him in the head with a firework, sending it flying. He thought he killed him. But he was actually just missing. Later on the train, Harry comes across an escaped prisoner named Wormtail, who tries to kill him, but Harry has already been trained in how to dodge through a card rack. With his hands in his sleeves, he hits Wormtail so hard that he bends over backwards, and then using the momentum, Harry can do a card toss over the heads of the onlooking citizens. Wormtail falls down and rolls to the bottom of the train, while Harry is sent to the back of the train, but takes a turn card rack on the way. Just then, Harry notices that a dog with a leash is crawling around on the floor, and he gets a dog card rack. Harry hits Wormtail with a firework in the head again, and keeps going. What is it? Back up front, the guards have noticed that the prisoner is missing, and an alert is sent out. Trowbridge climbs aboard the train, and not even realizing that he sees his long-dead father, asks around and is given a hot tip that Harry is on board the train. He comes up to the guard on the floor and asks about the escaped prisoner. And the guard says he is right behind them. He chases Harry onto the back of the train, but Harry still has the card rack, and so he ends up missing again. Back at the beginning of the episode, Rubeus Hagrid is building a motorcycle, but he is having trouble understanding a manual and does not finish in time to start the race. Later on, however, he has his now finished motorcycle on the race course and looks as if he will win. He is trying to open a door with only his wand and sword, and accidentally pushes in the barrel of a gun that lies just outside the doorway. Just as a man on the gun takes aim, Hagrid yells, "Leave Marge alone!" What? In an effort to distract him, this fails, and Hagrid now receives two slow-to-react guests who are immediately smeared in phalgum? What is this? A type of mucus by the arriving authorities. Together with Hagrid, Harry, Ron, and Harry's pet bat came to arrest. This Harry just acting like your full police shield is merely cover for Rubeus doing a card rack. And he can manipulate the minds of unwary guests, and prevents Albus Dumbledore in the bathroom. I think I lost that one. In the bathroom from announcing a license check, thereby warning Harry's family of his existence. After Death Eater Draco is inadvertently buried alive by Lucas agents, he manages to dig his way out during their frenzied celebration and uses a plastic and latex skin dummy What in the world is that? Well, I lost, but you know, that's to be expected. I'll keep going though. Skin dummy as a hood. It was torn this way rather than simply stolen, since one layer of canvas was removed as needed. Draco explains that he put on the dummy because everyone would make fun of him if they saw him now, and it lets all the wrong people through to the lobby, while standing where everyone can see him. And when they notice the put-on bonnet covering his face, they figure it out quickly and panic, shooting all over the hallway. Lucius gets top prize. Full motion video like they have at shopping centers, complete with a wind-up teaser to promote future commercials, and double normal exposure because it aired at night. One imagines Fred thought nothing of these ways to promote his old man's business. Draco takes special, expensive-looking care of his best weapon. He himself is escorted to undisclosed location and reports that he injured someone and that some of the freaks freaked and almost gave themselves away, assuming they saw him. After that, the real Harry Potter and co. walk to the front door for the same reason. That the party should get all the press and attention that a death by moon flight entails. Meanwhile, in the wizarding community over the internet, a new user joins forces with a few trolls. What? Harry uses the codename Draco, and his fellow party guests have no idea what he actually stands for. With a few well-placed letters and articles, and with the help of a certain member of the House Elves, a troll named... Are these like actual like internet trolls? A troll named Dr. Zivkovich is identified as a former researcher for Voldemort. When Harry had him publicly admitted to Wizards Anonymous hospital wing, during which he spent all the coins in his emergency stash. In the public bar, before Zivotchki can even change back his name, Harry publicly accuses Zivotchki of having been working with Voldemort all along. What in the world is this? He has all his money and possessions revoked. Well then. They already know the charges are fraudulent, and now his future seems bleak, except for when his friend's parents realized what he did wrong. As his family prepares for his eventual re-emergence, only now as a full-fledged troll, Zivotchki reminds Albus the Dark Lord, lords of death everywhere make use of that the most dangerous day isn't one at school, when he was being bad at some task. The dangerous day is when he has a good day at something. He eventually helps his enemy with over-the-internet recruiting. I like how this is like Harry Potter but with internet, and it's not really Harry Potter either. It's some weird twisted version. I've never read or watched Harry Potter, so I don't know what's accurate and what isn't. But this can't be accurate. The use of the word wizard to suggest wizards in general. The use of acronym, which stands for Worldwide Uniformity Stamp and Creation of Order and Magic, really increased to unknown potency and power. What? So, acronym for this would be WWUSCOM. That does not go for wizard. Everything going on around him helps or hurt in Voldemort's efforts, and nobody would suspect what is really going on. And of course it will all end. But isn't everything his father did in preparing his son for ruling the world a waste of time anyway? So who is to keep them from acting? Harry's fate was known to Voldemort all along, and besides, who's to say many wizards won't get frustrated and commit terrorist actions once their fear is in the past? Time passes. One suspects Harry will eventually figure this out, and that it is just luck. Harry even told Mary J., what's going on today is closer to something like that than ever to never happening again. What? Snape reveals here that Voldemort had not left the Hogwarts for teaching, because on his way back he discovered many people and surprisingly died several people accidentally. One wonders whether his injuries perhaps led to him missing a train or whatever it was that caused him so much suffering then. Better if he teaches here than ... Well, that was something else. Anyway, since I already lost the Try Not to Laugh challenge, this will be it. So if you like this video, please subscribe. I'll make more of these whenever I can. Always on a Friday. But anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.